And everyone to another edition of Saints Live here on Gaffney's Hot FM, originating from the Limestone campus in the Stevenson Dining Center. Great to have you with us this afternoon. We've got a lot to bring your way over the next 30 minutes up until the hour of 1 o'clock. It is a soccer show today. We're going to talk with a couple of soccer standouts here at the Rock. On the men's side of things, Sam Oritt and Gabriella Reid from the women's soccer team. They're our guests for today's edition of Saints Live. So we've got a great crowd out here with us this afternoon. News and notes from around the Limestone Athletics program. Women's field hockey, number 5 in the latest NCAA Division II polls. Coach Lindsey Jackson and company still unbeaten in the early stages of their 2014 season. Men's soccer off to a great start. The Saints and head coach Eric Alsop have won 7 of their first 8 matches on the year. Saints are number 6 in the national ratings. The women's soccer team now 5 straight unbeaten matches, including a huge win on Wednesday night at the Rock against Catawba as the Saints knocked off the Lady Indians for the first time ever on the soccer pitch, if you will. Going back to women's field hockey, ECAC Division II Field Hockey Player of the Week, going out to Limestone standouts Jabria Cochran and also Rachel Goramanzi. We had Rachel on a couple episodes ago during Saints Live. And, of course, women's golf recently competing at the Lady Bearcat Invitational hosted by Lander University, and Brittany Lapadula finished second individually at that event. She had a fantastic second round, carding a 7 under 65. So a good effort by Brittany Lapadula, finishing second individually at that Lady Bearcat Invitational. We are also knocking on the door, this programming note, we're knocking on the door of fall break here at The Rock. And that means that we will not have a Saints Live show on Thursday, October 9. We'll return once classes resume after fall break on Thursday, October the 16th. So no show coming up on Thursday, October 9, as everyone will be enjoying fall break. So we invite you to stay tuned. There's a lot more to bring your way on this, the latest edition of Saints Live. We've got Gabriella Reid, women's soccer, but when we come back, we're going to go to the men's soccer side of things and talk with Sam Oritt. That when Saints Live continues from the Stevenson Dining Center here on Gaffney's Hot FM. Everybody, welcome back as Saints Live continues from the Stevenson Dining Hall on the campus of Limestone College. We have a soccer show for you on this Thursday afternoon. Both soccer programs are having sensational seasons. Right now we're going to the men's soccer side of things to talk with Sam Oritt. And great season so far as you and your teammates have won 7 of the first 8 matches. Tell us about the year.
Yeah, we had a very good start to the season. Lads have put a lot of effort in the pre-season. It showed first 7 games. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result last night, but we was not planning on going undefeated all season. We expected 1 or 2 losses, so it's not been too bad.
Sometimes it's kind of better to get that first loss and kind of get refocused a bit as you start to get into conference play, so to speak.
Yeah, I think it's what we needed. I think we've got quite a few new boys this year, and we needed that first loss just to get everyone that experience of losing the first game. But I think we'll bounce back from it on Saturday against Barton.
Let's talk a little bit about your career at Limestone. Last year you were the leading scorer with 25 points earned, All-American honors as a junior. What's been the key to your success at Limestone, Sam?
I think just putting in the hard work and training all the time. I know Coach puts a lot of emphasis on things that I need to achieve, and Coach has really helped me along the way with that. But I think just keeping focus the whole time. You can't really let yourself get dragged down by other things in life, you know what I mean?
Now, you were talking earlier, you're a member of the Conference Carolinas Presidential All-Academic Honor Roll. You hold a dual major right now. Tell us what that dual major is in.
Yeah, I'm double majoring in sports management and PE. I'm hoping to be a PE teacher once if soccer doesn't work out for me. So I've always loved sports, so I kind of want to carry on doing.
Talking about carrying on with soccer, your grandfather was pretty big in your decision to continue your soccer career. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, my dad, he still has a job. He travels around a lot, so he kind of missed the weekend and stuff, like being in Europe and over in America and things. So my granddad was always the one there, taking me to football, practicing with me in the summers and stuff like that, just giving me pep talks and like keeping me focused on things. So.
Now let's tell everyone where you're from.
I'm from Doncaster, England.
How did you find Limestone?
Limestone kind of found me, really. I was like talking to a few other colleges. It was when Jamie Davis was here, and he kind of like really sold Limestone to me. Mm-hmm. It sounded like a really good place to come at. Like the community here is unbelievable. Like everyone gets along with each other. I mean, the soccer boys are brilliant. Like you couldn't ask for a better bunch of lads to like live the last 4 years of my life with.
Let's talk about some of your experiences at Limestone. Coach Alsop brings a potential recruit in and would like you to speak with the young man. What are some of the experiences that you'll take the most from your days here at the Rock?
Just being like a complete team. Like the boys are fantastic. Like as soon as you get here, they're all like talking to you, making you feel at home. Like a lot of our guys are from outside of the US, and it's really good to know that you've got people there when your family aren't there to look after you and all things like that. So,
how about the competition level of soccer coming over here to the United States? About what you expected?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't think it was going to be as tough as it has been. But soccer over here is developing so much. Like the MLS is getting bigger and bigger each year. You've got like the USL Pro and things like that. You've got the PDL for the college level guys if they want to play in the summer. It's so competitive now over here. I think like in the next 3 or 4 years it'll maybe be one of the top leagues.
Speaking of 3 or 4 years, and again, we're talking with Sam Oritt, men's soccer standout. Sam, you're going to graduate in May, and you're going to graduate in 4 years, which is very tough to do considering you're playing a sport. So it's the perfect balance between athletics and academics. How have you been able to manage both?
It's been a struggle at times, I'll be honest. But you've got to, when you lose a game, you can't like not go to class and things like that. You've got to keep going. Like the class side of thing keeps you going, sort of thing. Like otherwise you dwell on things too much. But like the teachers here are good. They understand that you're playing a sport and they help you out as much as they can. So it helps a lot.
Now you have the opportunity, albeit you'll only have 1 year to experience this. How much of a difference has the new facility meant to men's soccer as far as the new playing surface, and also to have a locker room, the field house right out there at the field?
The new facilities are absolutely fantastic. Like, me and Coach were speaking a couple of weeks ago. I was saying like it's like being back at a pro team back in England. Like the facilities are brilliant. Like albeit soccer's normally played on like grass, but the turfs, like we've had to adapt to the turf, but so far we've been undefeated at home. Hopefully it continues for the rest of the season.
And how about some thoughts for the rest of the season? I know we touched on what's happened to date, 7 wins in the first 8 tries of the season, but how about the remainder of the year, Sam?
I think we can go very far this year. I think we've got a good group of guys. They're very level-headed. We've got the right mentality. I think we've got a very tough week this week. We've got Barton on Saturday and then Leeds McRae next Wednesday. I think if we can get through this week, I think it's not going to get easier, but I think we can push on from this week.
Let me ask you about your coach, Eric Alsop. You mentioned earlier you and the coach were talking about the facilities a while back. What has Eric meant to you and your playing time here at Limestone?
Coach has been fantastic to me. He's helped me out second to none, really. He tells you when you're doing something wrong, and he praises you when you need to be praised. That as a player, that means a lot because you've got to take the good with the bad, sort of thing. And like everyone on the soccer team plays for Coach. Like he's that kind of guy. He helps everyone out and looks after the guys. So.
Now, do you have some of your teammates that are in here with you today? Kind of sounded like you had a little bit of a fan club when we first started here.
Yeah, they're over there in the corner.
Who all's here from the men's soccer team?
Sammy Hibbert, Joe Pegg, Webby, Jorge McKenna was here, but I don't know, he's disappeared somewhere.
All right, Sam, best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you for having me.
Sam Oritt, our guest during this segment of Saints Live. We're coming back after these messages from the Stevenson Dining Center and here on Gaffney's Hot FM. Welcome back, everyone, as Saints Live continues from the Stevenson Dining Center on the campus of Limestone College. Thanks so much for making Saints Live a part of your day. Women's soccer at the Rock is off to a fantastic start. We've got Gabriella, Reid with us, have some of the other women's soccer players with us as well. Congratulations, Gabriella, to you and the other players on the team. Huge win for you on Wednesday night against Catawba, a convincing 3-0 win over a team that was rated in the top 10 nationally. Tell us about that big win.
I mean, it was a great win for the team. We all played together and knew before the game exactly what we had to do to beat this team. And I thought we just came out fully loaded, ready to go. Like, we scored 3 quick goals and we held our own ground. We held our home ground and didn't let them take it from us in the last few minutes of the game.
You scored the first goal of the game on Wednesday night, just as you did a season ago in the matchup with Catawba, which ended in an overtime loss. You also got a great performance from your goalkeeper, who stopped a penalty shot early in the game on a handball in the box, and then Catawba ends up hitting the crossbar on another shot. So you got a good performance in the goal.
Yeah, I think that the penalty save was a crucial moment in the game. That could have defined the whole game if that went in, but I thought after that we all had to pick ourselves up and keep going, and I think from then our performance raised and we got the 3 goals quickly, so I thought that really helped us in the game.
Now, as you and I do this interview, a 5-match unbeaten streak for the women's soccer program. Tell us what the keys have been to the success this year.
I think the team just coming together and working to our strengths, not working to other teams' weaknesses, but just playing how we should play every single game has really helped us. And to keep the track going, we know what we've done every single game, and we've got to keep rising above each game to keep going.
Now, Gabriella last year led the team in points scored with 23. You're the scoring leader again. Mm-hmm. You're also a standout in the classroom, named to the Conference Carolinas All-Presidential Honor Roll. So let's talk about your work in the classroom. You're a psychology major. Yep. You'll graduate come December. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about pursuing a psychology degree.
Yeah, I just think I'm so interested in psychology. I do want to get a career in that, like especially in school psychology, because I like children, helping the children, especially because psychology is so interesting on like how our behaviors and how our mind works. I think it's just an interesting field that we all need to help with, especially in school, that from a young age, if you help people from a younger age, it's easier as they grow up. So I think it's interesting. Let's
talk about where you're from. Tell everyone.
From Birmingham, England.
So you come to Limestone from Birmingham, England. Tell us about deciding to play soccer at Limestone.
It was just the experience to get my degree at the same time as doing something I love, playing soccer each and every day. And when I saw the Limestone College, I thought it was a beautiful campus, and I thought, I have to take this experience. It's a one-in-a-lifetime chance, so I had to go for it.
And how about your experiences here at Limestone? Tell us about some of those.
It's been great. Playing the soccer here has been very competitive, just what I needed, just what I thought it would be. It's been a great experience. I met some amazing people, my teammates, coaches, played some great opposition and everything, so it's been a good experience.
Let's talk a little bit about your coach, Matt Smith. He is the only coach in the history of the women's soccer program to have a winning record at this stage of his career. In fact, the win Wednesday night against Catawba, I believe, was Coach Smith's 40th victory at the helm of the program. So he's now 11 games over the 500 mark. Tell me what the coach has meant to you in your time here at the Rock.
I think it's helped me as a player to develop in myself. I've got better every season. I think that is down to his coaching and how he helps the girls on and off the field.
Mm-hmm. As you are about to close out your senior season at Limestone, let's talk about the rest of the season for you and the team. How about the expectations? You're off to a great start. You've got some solid performances, but in your eyes, tell us a little bit about the rest of the season.
I think we have to just take every game as it comes. We've got to keep doing what we're doing and getting the wins out, even if it's like a difficult win, because that's what good teams do. And I believe we are a good team and we can get every win and take it as it comes, even against the opposition. We've got a hard week with Barton and Leeds McRae coming up, and I think if we can seal these games in, just like we did yesterday, then we've got in a good run for the rest of the season.
One of the best things that's happened here at the Rock in a while is the stadium lights. Mm-hmm. The attendance at the games under the lights has been rather impressive, including the Catawba game on Wednesday night. So you add the lights, you add the new playing surface, and you add the field house out there at the field. What kind of a difference has that made?
I think it's amazing. Just it helps the whole experience of the game, getting together in the locker room before and then going to play on the turf. I think the turf's a great advantage for us playing on there. Other teams come and play, and playing on turf and grass are two different games. So when they come and try to play their game on our turf, it's totally different. It works an advantage to us, and I think it's really helped us.
How about the lights? Any difference from playing in the afternoons like you used to going underneath the lights?
I love playing under the lights. Playing in the afternoons in like 90-degree weather was very difficult. So playing at 7 under the lights is a great advantage also.
As we close out, talk about your experiences here at Limestone. If someone were to come in and Coach Smith brings in a couple of recruits and you take them on a campus tour, what would be some of the positives that you talk about with these recruits?
I definitely talk about the campus. It's in a beautiful setting. All the buildings are really nice. And then I definitely talk about the new facilities there, a great advantage. But then the main thing I talk about is my team. Like, we're such a loving team, and new people come in. We're very welcoming. And I just think that's a great atmosphere to feel when you're a new person, to come in and feel welcomed into a team that you have to play for the rest of the season.
Now, I think I heard earlier you had some of your fellow teammates that are in attendance here today. Are they still here?
Yeah.
Some of them are listening. Who all is here from the women's soccer program?
There's Bree, Mariette, MB, and Grace over there, and Taylor.
All right, big win. Get a little excited. Yeah, see there you go. They're still tired from that one over Catawba. All right, listen. Thank you so much for your time, Gabriella. Best of luck the rest of the season. Saints Live will continue from the Stevenson Dining Center on the campus of Limestone after these messages on Gaffney's Hot FM.